Hey Alex, you ready to do that review of Mother?
Come again?
The Mother review. You said we were going to review that next on our last episode.
Oh, did I say that?
Yes. Is this just another Get Out situation where you promise to review a movie and then never do that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, well, what else should we go see then?
Well, it needs to be something similar. So it has to have a high-profile director, a high-profile lead, and needs to be making no money at the box office.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to Tribe Choices at the Movies.
I'm Shaun Muth.
And I'm Alex Bolova.
And this week we saw Blade Runner 2049.
Blade Runner 2049 is directed by Denis Villeneuve. I think I said that right.
It's close.
Yeah. And it's based off the 1982 Ridley Scott film Blade Runner, starring Harrison Ford.
He's also in this one.
Spoilers.
Oh, sorry. The original 1982 Blade Runner is considered a sci-fi classic and one of Ridley Scott's best films.
Which begs the question, why would you remake a sci-fi masterpiece, and does it live up to the hype?
Well, let's find out.
So, Shaun, did Blade Runner 2049 live up to the hype?
Absolutely. The sets, score, and visual effects were all amazing in this film. Everything looked amazing. Roger Deakins should win an Oscar for this. He's overdue. And I think this movie is not only on par with the original, it might be even better. So Alex, what were your thoughts on Blade Runner 2049?
Just kidding, I thought it was great. I also really enjoyed Blade Runner 2049. I thought that Ryan Gosling was absolutely fantastic in the role, especially since most people have complained that he's more of a robotic actor to begin with, so considering his part in the film, made a lot of sense. Additionally, I think this film is a masterpiece of sound design, visual effects, cinematography, and set design. Now, I'm going to be a little contrarian and say I don't think this film necessarily deserves to win Best Cinematography. Sorry, Roger Deakins. But it still looks fantastic, and it really does a great job creating the world of the film. Additionally, I thought the script was very tight. I really enjoyed the central mystery of it, and I'll be honest, it actually had some good misdirects in it. I legitimately did not know where the film was going until the very end. I thought all the actors were great. It was awesome to see Robin Wright in the film. I thought Jared Leto was interesting in the movie, but he was only there for like 5 minutes total, so I was happy with that. One of my only complaints, however, is that there are a few loose ends, which some of them could serve for a sequel, such as Jared Leto just not really having much of an impact on the film. But there's also just some plot holes, like how did Ryan Gosling get from the orphanage back to his apartment because his vehicle got shot down? But besides that, I am very positive on Blade Runner 2049. Being completely honest, I've seen the original Blade Runner and I liked it quite a bit. It's not my favorite film in the world, but I definitely recognize that it has a lot of merit as a sci-fi classic. And probably the biggest compliment that I can give Blade Runner 2049 is that I feel much more positive towards it. Now, I haven't really been sold on the sci-fi world of Blade Runner completely. A lot of people say it's their favorite part of the film. I personally prefer the story because, being honest, I've seen this world before. I know that Blade Runner originated this kind of future sci-fi, but that doesn't mean that I'm not already familiar with it. So it was great to see it mastered in this film, but I don't think that's the main selling point. I think the main selling point is seeing a very thoughtful, thought-provoking film, which you don't really get in theaters that often anymore. Overall, I give Blade Runner 2049 an 8.5 out of 10. It'll probably turn into a 9 by the end of the year, but I feel like I need to sit with it a little more before I, get my final thoughts.
For me, the rating would have to be a 9 out of 10. I thought this film was one of the best of the years, and even though it did have a long runtime, I would not make that something to be afraid of. I think the film flew by really quickly. I was really drawn in, and everything in it was fantastic. I don't have a single negative thought about the film.
Well, why is it a 9 out of 10?
Why it's a 9 out of 10?
Because Trainspotting is a 10 out of 10.
Oh, Jesus.
Everything else is beneath that in my mind.
My ratings are arbitrary.
Trainspotting is a solid, 8.
I would put it as a 7, 7.5, but yeah.
I'll fight everyone in here right now.
It's an average movie, man. You just like it.
I love it.
You just like it. That's why
Speaks
you're
to me.
overblown it.
Thank you for watching Tried Choices at the Movies. Please come back in 2 weeks for our review of either American Made, American Assassin, or probably neither of those films.
See you then.
Honey,
Yes, dear.
what did you think of the new Blade Runner film?
Well, I was at home cooking meals and taking care of the children all day.
Are we assuming these gender roles, really?
If this is the 1950s, then yes.
Well, actually, that's funny, because Ryan Gosling and whoever plays his hologram have a very 1950s relationship in the film.
Bam!
That's not worth including in the review. All right.